welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris, and I'm going to be doing a shave with OSP Grapefruit Menthol again because I was pretty gutted with the lather that I did yesterday. I'm going to use a different brush today. I'm not going to use the Omega Synthetic. I'm going to use my TF Custom Synthetic from Tony Forsyth in Australia. Much denser knot, much better knot in my opinion. I'm not into sort of floppy, non-dense knots. They just don't really do anything for me. They're really hard to work with. They splay too much on my face. I like it to be a little bit firmer, which this one is. And it's just a lovely little knot, softening up nice. Now, I had a little bit of scritching it to begin with, but that scritch is slowly going away with each shave and with each lather. I'm going to be using my Mergress today on setting 1 with the third use of the Gillette 7 o'clock, I think it is. Actually, do you know what? I'm just going to double check because I don't want to get this wrong. Yeah, Gillette 7 o'clock. This is its third use. Blade alignment. I'm finding the blade alignment on this Mergress to be very good. I don't have to really jig it too much. Got my latte with me, my coconut latte, which is lovely. Second coffee of the day. I had my first one watching Buster on his live videos today on razor and brush, which I quite enjoyed. And yeah, so another bit of news for me. I managed to get onto the Wolf Whiskers list, which I've been desperate to get on since I ever seen they were invented. I didn't manage to get on the first 2 of the year. I think it was 2 that I've tried so far. Managed to get on this one, no problem, first time. And it was the 89th on the list, so I don't know, I'm probably sort of between 8 and 10 weeks away from actually getting a look in at getting my brush made. Possibly longer, I'm not sure. I know he's a very busy man, he takes a lot of pride in his work, so it takes a bit longer for him to get his stuff done. Right, cold water shave again. Now, it's been a very cool day here today, and yesterday was pretty cool, and by cool I mean 30 degrees, 25-30 degrees. So the water temperature's actually dropped a little bit, it's not quite as hot. However, I've just filled my bowl up. Big cup, Yoda cup, filled with ice. There we go, a whole lot of that in the water. While I'm rambling on and talking rubbish, I'm just going to have another little drink here. Right, okay, straight back into it. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I've just been talking to my daughter there. Popped ice in, ice cold water. I just let that sit a bit. Just going to dip the tips of the brush, or dip the brush in the water. Good thing with synthetics is you don't have to soak them. I'm going to flick out a good bit of the water until it's almost dry. Not dry, but until there's not really, when I shake it, nothing else comes out. And then straight into the soap. And I tell you, right away, I can feel the density of the knot. And I can see the lather working its way into the brush fibres itself. To see it straight away, the actual load of the brush happening right before my eyes. And as you can see, I've actually got the load pretty much right through the whole brush already. It's not a long load at all. I'm just going to take a little bit extra. Right, now I think that's enough. I was gutted with that lather yesterday. It really annoyed me actually because I know how good OSP is. The shave itself was great. Other than, I'll let you know as I'm going home. So Bonificio Varicino bowl, Holy Grail bowl. One of my favourite things in the den now at the moment. I'm really enjoying this bowl, it makes beautiful lathers. Didn't make a great lather yesterday, but that was because of the brush in my opinion. So I've got that well loaded. You can see it's nice and pasty. It's holding all the fibres together. It's all sort of clumped together now. Just going to take a little scoop of this ice cold water just in the bowl. As you can see, it just wobbling around down there. And then straight in here. And hopefully I should get a real lather this time. Because it just was not a good lather. Oh god, I love this grapefruit menthol. It's a lovely scent. Really summery and refreshing. Does this lather look better? Yeah, even that actually feels better, never mind looking better, but it does feel better. As you can see already I'm getting nice suds this time. I was struggling for some reason, for one reason or another. It just didn't work yesterday. I don't think I might not have had enough loaded in the bowl, in the brush. Sorry, just adding a little touch of water. Yes, let's have a little look. How's that looking? Yeah, I mean it's still, I don't know. We're back in 2 minutes. Okay, and we're back. Right, what I've done, I just had to get off camera there. I've just reloaded the brush just a little bit, not much. Just dipped the tips, reloaded the brush just a little bit more, and I've come up. It just needed that little bit extra there. But as you can see, there's a big difference. I can feel the difference in the bowl now. It's not as aerated anymore. It's a much thicker, creamier lather, as you can see. Much better. So I'm much happy with that now. I wasn't happy with that to begin with there. I pretty much had a similar lather to what I got yesterday, so I was starting to get a bit worried that my soap something had happened to my soap. So obviously I'm not loading the brush enough, so I need to add a little bit more water when I'm loading. Coffee, nothing wrong with a good coffee. Right, let's wet the face. Now this water is ice cold. And I'm just going to clean this brush up just a little bit, if I can. Let's see how we go. Right, and straight into the lather. God, what a freaking mess. James, that makes the OSP soaps, actually commented on my last video that I did yesterday about his view on the face lathering and bowl lathering. So, I mean, I understand it's not, James isn't actually against bowl lathering, but it prefers if you face lather. It's because you're sort of preparing your face for the shave, I suppose, and I can understand that. However, because I do a cold shave, I don't really care about preparing my face. I just get stuck in there. Because cold water doesn't really prepare your face for anything, if I'm honest. And as much as face lathering helps a little bit, the cold water, especially ice cold water, I don't find it really does that much. Yeah, this lather is absolutely beautiful this time round. Beautiful, really thick and luxurious. And I've got enough there to do about 25 passes. Much different, much better, much happier. Right, so here we go. Murgrass, setting 1. With the third use of a Gillette 7 o'clock blade. And by God, that is smooth. Now for those of you that caught my verses yesterday, my face off with the Merca 34C. And the Edwin Jagger DE89. I didn't go into detail with it too much because it's been done before. Look, if you're watching my video, unless it's by chance it's the first video you've ever watched like Buster, everyone else has done a review on that razor setup on the DE89, the Merca 34C. There's loads of them on YouTube. So you can have a look at them on there and have a real good look at it. I was trying to keep my video short, which didn't happen in the end. I can't help myself at the moment. But one thing I highlighted on there was my first pass with the Merca 34C. Wasn't great. It felt a little bit rough, but I think it was a blade in all honesty. The second pass onwards was fine. It was almost like it had a bit of a dodgy edge on it, and just using it, sort of cleaned up the edge, almost like stropping it on my face, if that makes sense. That's what it felt like. But after the shave, and I gave all my thoughts on it, and I thought, yeah, the D89 overall for that shave, just that one particular shave, was better. It was smoother from start to finish. However, whenever I finish a shave, I always tend to, about 10-15 minutes later, end up in front of the mirror again, just touching some little bits up that I've just missed because it drives me nuts around my lips. So I'd missed just a couple of tiny little bits on my lips, which I just like tidying up. So I tidied them up with the Mergrace. And I just do that dry. I don't do it with any soaps or anything like that, just literally just, my lips are dry and I just tidy it up. So I did it with this razor, with this blade. But while I was doing it, I noticed down here, there was quite a lot of hair down here. I never noticed it when on my shave when I was feeling around. There was a lot of stray hair down here that the D89 hadn't picked up. And that was on 3 passes. Hadn't got rid of it really. It looked like it had never been shaved. So I was really surprised. So I took that off with the with the Mergrace as well. Whew. Oh, that's cold. That's not. That's lovely and warm. So I took that off with the 34 with the Mergrace as well. But I was really surprised. So actually, really, the shave from the 34C yesterday was a better shave because it was much closer. Didn't leave any straggly hairs floating about. Both great razors, no doubt about it. If you want sort of classy look, well built, well engineered and well finished, both of them are up there. But the Edwin Jagger is definitely a much, in my opinion, a much classier looking razor. But I prefer the more industrial look of the 34C. I prefer the feel in my hand of the 34C. I like the shorter handle and I like the 2-piece. So overall the 34C wins it for me before I even shave really. But it does shave really well as well. I will be coming back to those 2 razors sometime in the near future with a different blade, probably a different soap. Not that the soap made any difference, the soap was lovely, even though it wasn't a great lather, the soap worked really well. Same soap as I'm using now, just didn't lather up quite as well. And see how we go. Yes, I was a bit disappointed with it really, if I'm in all honesty, with the D89. It was the first time I've used it. Where I didn't get any irritation or any nicks, cuts or bumps from the DE89, which is a razor I'm normally pretty bad with for getting sort of nicks and cuts and things. I don't know if I lean too heavy with it because it's so mild. My shaving technique has definitely improved so. But the big thing for me is the cold water shaves. This ice cold water. It's just tremendous. For you guys that live in hot countries, or live in sort of hot places in hot countries obviously. Over in America you've got your Texas and everything near down Mexico way, and most places in America are pretty hot in the summer. When they get the summer months they get hot, really hot days, most of America. So the cold water shaves in my opinion are the way to go when you've got countries like that. This shave, as much as I enjoyed yesterday, I enjoyed the 34C and Edwin Jagger D89. This razor is beautiful. I had a little bit of a debate. Someone actually put on there they want to get a Merca. What's your favourite Merca? This is my favourite Merca, the Mergrace. And one of the guys put on there, well it's a Merca Progress, it's not a Mergrace. Well it's not to me. That's a Mergrace, it's not a Progress. The Progress has got the little plastic knob on the end of it. This changes this razor significantly in my opinion, because I know the plastic, I've not used the plastic in Progress, but I know it's going to be lighter, it's going to have a different centre of gravity, it's going to have a different feel in the hand, and it's going to have different settings, because this one's pretty accurate, it's pretty spot on. I know the plastic knobs aren't. So to me, This is technically a new razor. This to me is no different to buying a Parker variant, which is it's a Progress. I don't care what anyone tells me, a Parker variant is the exact same as a Progress. It's the same head, the same design, it's probably got the same patterns on it. So it's just a different look, different styled handle, like this is. Different knob, different look. Yeah, it still looks like a Progress, but it's not, it's a Mergress. So that's my view on it. So if you're going to buy a variant, you're just buying an upgraded, better looking version of a Progress, in my opinion. The variant is a very nice looking razor, by the way. So it's one that I might get in the den, just so I can compare, as Chris Bailey has, with the Mergress to see how it performs. The only thing that stops me is it's pretty much the same razor. So I've made a decision recently only to buy hardware that I really want, rather than just buying stuff that I see just because it's cheaper, because everyone else is buying it. Unless I just can't resist. Or the wife kills me and I can't buy anything else. As you can see, OSP makes loads and loads and loads of gorgeous thick lather. And this isn't airy, this stuff's going nowhere. You put this stuff on and walk around all day with it, it ain't fading away, it ain't dissipating. The scents are great. Not the strongest scents, this is actually quite a reasonably strong scent from James, in my opinion. The menthol, you can get a good kick of the menthol in there, it's lovely. The grapefruit's quite zingy and fresh. But his lathers are lovely. They're just, well, great soaps. Cooling on this one is excellent. It's not super strong, which I love. I love it to be. If you're going to use menthol, use it. But there's enough in here to make me happy, which is all you need really. Unlike the Magard Orange and Menthol, which is beautiful performing soap. Smell, it's a lovely smell of orange, but there's no menthol in it. There is menthol in it, but there's just not enough to merit even being mentioned. Now, like I was saying earlier, I managed to get myself on that Wolf Whiskers list, and I'm absolutely stoked, over the moon. Stoked, by the way, for you guys who don't live in Australia. I don't live anywhere that actually use that language. It just means, I'm so excited, stoked, I'm stoked. It's got nothing to do with stoking the fire. Okay, so I'm number 89 on the list. When I tried to sign on and I read the list was at 85. So I was really happy with that. I managed to get only 5 down the list from when it opened, which is brilliant. I've already picked my brush out. So whenever Peter sends me his list, unless something, I know what style I'm definitely going for. If you guys are savvy with Wolf Whiskers and you know what his brushes are and what the styles are, for my first brush I'm going to be going with the Becky style. And then I'm just not 100% sure quite yet on the colour. There's one that I've picked out, I think it's, God, I can't remember the name of it. I'm sure it's Midnight something. I'm just going to re-lather again, guys, why not? I've got enough lather here to use, so I'm just going to use it up. Let it sit on my face while in fact I'll probably just do a full another pass, why not? I've wasted everyone else's time today, if you've watched all of this so far. as you can see, that lather is beautiful. Look at the amount of lather I've got left on there. Way over lathered, but at least I got it right today and I'm happy about that, because I was gutted yesterday, as I keep saying. Right, I've just got to sort of tidy up a little bit. I might just try and... That's a sound I haven't heard on this side before. I never normally go against the grain there. I just thought I'd just have a little stab at it. Why not? You only live once. I'll rip that hair out. Slickness on this soap is phenomenal. Definitely up there with the best. And look, these soaps are so close. I tell you, they're so close in quality. That it's almost impossible for me to pick who's best and what's the best soap to use. At the end of the day, a lot of it comes down to scent for me now. Because you can't, most of these soaps, Sterling's and Katie's Bubbles, Shave of Heaven, which is no longer made anymore, OSP, Wickham, the soaps are all tremendous. It all just comes down to whether you like the scent of it or not, as far as I'm concerned. The performance is all, it's obviously subjective for everyone, but the performance is all great on all of them. It's not, I haven't used one that's, I went, that's a bit crap. They're all great, but the scents make a difference to me. I'm really enjoying the scents on Sterling, and that Sterling lather I did a couple of days ago with the Frozen Tundra was the best lather I've made, by, without a doubt, best lather I've made. So in terms of lathering, Sterling, it's got the best lather so far that I've used. But let's say I might just have aced the water to soap ratio. The old lick and flick. There we have it, another damn fine shave. Woo. Now don't get me wrong, ice water shaves aren't for everyone, I'll tell you that right now, because ice water, my wife cannot stand cold, even an ice cube. If I put an ice cube on her back, I get beaten up with a baseball bat. It's that bad. That's how much she hates the cold. As you can see, that's come up beautiful. There's absolutely no hair down here at all, nothing, as opposed to what was left with that Edwin Jagger yesterday. I think I've just overshaved just a little bit there. It's a little bit red. This looks like razor rash and bumps and all that. It's just my skin now, it's just the way it is. It was like that when I started de-shaving, it's been like that ever since I've been electric shaving and cartridge shaving. I think it's just damaged my skin now. And since I've lost a lot of weight, I used to have a little bit chunkier neck and things like that. Since I've lost the weight, it's actually made it worse. So, just bear with me. At the moment, this is my go-to sort of post-shave just now. I'm just enjoying them. Thayer's Lemon, Bluebeard's Revenge Cooling Moisturiser. So I'm just going to go with the Thayer's Lemon first, for its good old astringent properties. Yeah, I've got a little bit just there, and that's about it. I've got a slight, very slight tingle there. I've got to stop and think, because as you get older you sort of lose touch with your feelings. I've got to sort of try and go, alright, where's that pain coming from? I say, yeah, it's right there. Yeah, it's not coming from my ear. But there we go, beautiful. Just rinse that off. Just have another little mouthful. Bluebeard's Revenge Cooling Moisturiser. Very nice stuff. Is it going to come out? There we go. Don't need lots of it. That's all I put on. And like I always say when I use this, love the scent. Absolutely love it. Beautiful. And hopefully in my wolf whiskers brush, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I can get a black wolf knot in it. Peter's told me that he's hoping they're going to continue making them, but he's not sure yet, so I might be out of luck. But he's got some beautiful synthetics over there that I'd like to try anyway, so I would like the black wolf, but sometimes you just got to take what's available, what's out there. Right, so what we have used OSP Grapefruit Menthol. Managed to get the lather right today. The lather was beautiful, loads of it, as you've seen with a faux pas shave, and my brush is still kite. That's the TF custom brush made over here in Australia by Tony Forsyth. I'm just going to shake some of that stuff up there so you can have another little look. The actual acrylic that's used, or the cast that's used, is called Ice Fusion. It's one of my favourite colours. Even though I'm a Man United man, unfortunately my favourite colour is almost the colour of Man City. So, you take that how you want, but won't change my views. I still love the reds, but unfortunately my colour choice is a bit different. Green and ice blue is my favourite colours, so, or sort of aqua. Right, I just give that a good rinse out. Now someone was asking on Facebook about the brushes. The brush was too big, they had it in a raised rock Hulk, and I couldn't fit it in the stand to dry it so that it's hung like that. Now all I do is I give it a good rinse, shake everything out you can possibly get out as hard as you can, and then just give it a bit of a swirl and a thing on a dry towel, and then I just sit it next to an open window and just let the air pass over the top of it. Having been cleaning carpets for quite some time now, moisture will, as much as it will be in the carpet, will actually rise to the tips. So that's why a lot of people get the carpets cleaned and you end up with more stains than when you started, because people put too much water in and it draws the colour from the jute backing of the carpet up to the tips of your fat carpet. That's your bit of new information for the day, guys. Very similar thing. Moisture will evaporate upwards, it won't evaporate down because it's turning into, it's actually evaporating away. So it will go up towards the tips of the brush. So all the moisture that's in there, any moisture that's left will actually start evaporating up towards the tips, and then it'll just dissipate into the air. So leaving your brush like that when it's almost dry will cause no damage to your brush at all. Won't cause any mould, any issues at all, I can almost guarantee it. Natural hair is a bit different, I don't know. I don't think I'll be doing it too much with natural hair, but even then I've done it with my natural hair brushes and they dry really quick, and let's say moisture's going to go up no matter what. You know, it's even with carpet fibres, it's all natural. Generally, I get a lot of wool and a lot of stuff like that, so it will rise up and dissipate and evaporate into the atmosphere. So don't worry about it. If you've got to leave your brush like that, just make sure you get as much water out as you can. Try and dry it with a little bit, just a little bit of light toweling work. Just dry it. I mean, this is pretty much bone dry already, believe it or not. And just dry it a little bit. Just leave it to air, just like that. And I normally put it next to my window, which I can lock open just a little bit about that wide. Sit it right in the gap, and the wind just blows over the top of it. And within sort of an hour or two it's bone dry. So that's my handy tip for the day, and a little bit of an insight into how carpet cleaning looks. So that was the soap, that's the brush. The razor, as always my go-to at the moment, love it. The Mergress, short handled with a gorgeous little stainless knob in the bottom. Yes, that's right, the Mergress, not the Progress, the Mergress. It's Gillette 7 o'clock, third juice blade in there. Beautiful blade, super smooth. I'm really impressed with these Gillette blades, other than the Gillette Gold, the Platinum Ruby, and now the 7 o'clock. And I've used the, what's the other one I used? The Wilkinson Sword. It was pretty good. I think I had a few nicks and bumps with that one, but I haven't used it with cold water yet, so that'll be a new experience for me. So upon a Ficcio Varasino bowl, Holy Grail bowl. If you don't have one of these guys, I highly recommend it. If you're looking at going into bowl lathering, it's a little bit more expensive than your standard bowls, but it adds a little bit of class to your den. And if you can afford it, why not? Just get something a little bit classy. They make lovely soaps, which I haven't tried yet, but I have read lots of good things and heard lots of good things. But This is a good weighted bowl, it's great to hold. It whips up really thick, luxurious lathers. And if you throw it all over your bathroom, you can smash cups and all sorts. It's really good, real good quality glass breaker. And let me just swing that a minute. Yeah, I think we're all right. It actually came a little bit scratched on the back when I got it, so I was a bit gutted. I don't like scratches. Then we finished off with Thea's Lemon Witch Hazel and good old Bluebeard's Revenge Cooling Moisturiser. And let me tell you, that feels good. That feels really good. And as you can see, that's a really close shave for me. There's nothing. Whenever I put this up close to the camera, it still looks like I've got a 5 o'clock shadow, you know. I still look like I'm rough as guts, but I can assure you that is super smooth. I wish I had this amount of hair growth on my head, I'd be doing alright then. Head shave wise, I'll be doing that shortly. I'm just giving it a few more days to rest, just to let this little nick up here. Styptic pencil work wonders. It's pretty much a smooth cut, a smooth scab, if it is even scab. So I reckon if I shaved it, I'll be alright, but I'm just going to give it another couple of days. So I'll probably do that shave maybe Wednesday. And other than that, guys, I shall leave you all to it. Thanks for subscribing. Buster, thanks for subscribing, mate. It's nice to have people on board that are really big in the shaving community and really well received. It was nice that you watched one of our videos, and hopefully you might come back and watch some more. Watched your live one this morning, cracking shave, really enjoyed it. Good bit of banter with you and Chris, and yeah, it was good. Enjoyed having my coffee with it as well. And I think I'll just finish this one off. Nice and cold now, still very tasty. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.